Let's talk motorcycles for a second.
Wow, motorcycles. All
All
right,
right.
cool, bet.
Now, you had talked to me a little bit about the one that you traded in for the one you have now.
Yes.
All right. And we were talking about different things in horsepower
Oh
and
yeah.
why with the new features and stuff like that. So, tell me a little bit about why you got into motorcycles, what you're looking for in a motorcycle, and like what do you drive now?
Nice. So like in general, when I started driving motorcycles, I mean prior to that, I started with electric. As you can see, you got the electric dirt bike right behind you. But I started off doing it slow, so like the minimum, lower the CCs, you're going 25, 30, and then later on, get yourself into the mood when you really want it, instead of being a rookie, start going for your actual like motorcycle license or like your permit. So with that being said, I ended up getting my permit, and for the first bike that I
So,
ended up
how old were
getting,
you when you got your
uh,
permit?
when I got it, it was probably like 2 years ago.
Okay. All right.
So it wasn't
So, you went from this to
this
getting your permit to getting okay,
yeah,
nice.
So with that being said, once I got it, like my permit and everything else, I ended up getting the CBR. The CB 300R. So it's only like 300 cc's. It's a slow bike, but it's something, especially if you're like a rookie, a beginner, amateur, definitely go for it. But I highly recommend prior that you go on a bike, you practice on it. Especially if it's your first bike, make sure you on it first because you never know what's gonna happen. So like for me, I'm over here like, all right, cool bet. I just bought the bike, got off the dealer. They're like, yeah, yeah, you should be fine. But hey, listen, it got a little some power into it. And with that being said, I was like, nah, I got this. Put on my helmet. I'm like, all right, let's go. We out. And then next thing you know, I hit the highway. It was the dead stop. So it's like traffic everywhere. And, you know, just me being reckless, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just drop the clutch, hit the throttle, 12 o'clock. Yo, I'm telling you right now, 12 o'clock. Yo, my feet was like this. Ah! The whole time. And I'm screaming. So I'm, you can't hear me in the helmet. So I'm like, ah! And like I'm just going, and thank God, like the bike ended up dropping, and I ended up driving into the breakdown lane and just stopped, completely stopped. And I had a moment, and I was like, "Yo, like really, like who told me to buy a bike?" I'm like, "Who told me dead ass? Who told me to buy a bike?" And I'm like, you know what? I'm reckless like that. I decided to do it. I get what I get. So with that being said, I just like after that, I ended up getting off the highway. I like rode the bike around the suburb area of like Wilmington, and like just try and get control with the bike. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to hit the highway. Still, man, once I hit that highway, I was shaking.
Hmm.
I was shaking because I'm just hitting 90, and I'm just like holding on, like I was holding on dear life. And like other cars is passing me by, and I'm just like, you have no idea what's going on right now. Like it was like adrenaline rush, nervousness, and like everything else above. And like once I got home, like my brother came out, got home, I was like, I'm here. And I was telling my brother, I called him. He was like, "Oh, you're here, this and that. Oh, wow, let me get on the bike." I was like, "Yo, just take the bike, man. Just take it. Just take the bike. I'm glad I'm already safe here. I didn't crash or anything. Just take it." Took the bike, wow, down the street, around the block. I'm like, "Yo, he's gonna crash. He's gonna crash." And then he came back. He was like, "Yo, this bike is fire." I'm like, "Uh-huh, I know." So at the beginning, it's nerve wracking because like you're a rookie, and like especially just being an amateur, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And it's always good to have someone else there that knows what they're doing. Listen, I was there by myself, and I decided to go for it, and I did. So shout outs to the rookies out there, especially for the amateurs that especially who are riding. Take care of yourself, and always try to have somebody that knows what they're doing because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. I mean, it made for some fun stories,
Oh
though.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.